Hello, everybody. Adelaja here. Good evening. Welcome to this our program tonight. The program is Creative and Innovative Hour. We are going to be meeting with a unique Nigerian that has done something that I really want to find out. Is it for real or is it fluke? Because if it's for real, we are in for something very, very great here. And so this is the creative and innovative hour where we try to encourage Nigerian innovators, inventors, and people who are coming up so that they will get prominence and they will be exposed to the world stage. Today, this young man claims to know the secret and have the invention of making energy, electricity, come out of thunder, bolts, and lightning. Energy, electricity from thunder and lightning. This is impressive indeed. And you know what? If this is really true, I will commit to, by the grace of God, I will commit to doing everything in my power to find finances, resources, connection, everything that is needed for Emmanuel to be able to build a factory or an institute or a center, an energy center or something, or a laboratory. You know, I'm going to do my best to make sure that this guy finds all the support he could in the world, especially after I leave Ukraine. Once my challenge here in Ukraine is over, I will not even just find help. I'm going to find him money, any amount of money that will be needed for him to do what he needs to do. We are going to find it, if this is true. Because in Nigeria, we have a lot of thunder there and a lot of lightning. So we must convert it. This is conversion for real. We must convert it to energy and power. And right now, we need a lot of money, up to maybe from $20 to $50 billion to generate the kind of electricity that we need in Nigeria. But if it's going to be generated by our own person and with our own natural resources like lightning and thunder, I think that money, instead of giving it to the Chinese and to Americans, we should give it to our own people, let them use their own technology to generate it. Well, I want to introduce you to Emmanuel right now. So, hello, Emmanuel, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Good evening, sir.
Wow, look, tell me, this thing I'm reading here, is it for real or it is some promotional fluke?
It's for real. Actually, thunder lightning energy converter is a power generating plant that is a power generating plant that is a current, very high current that comes from lightning. Actually, if you take a breakdown of lightning, you'll find out that thunder lightning, the thunder does not have any current or energy there. What really carries the current or used power is the lightning. Yeah, the lightning comes with an average power of 20 billion watts.
Wow.
20 billion watts.
It's not possible.
Yeah. And
no, wait.
It's possible,
20 billion watts, you are talking about at the source or at the source, at the beginning stage, or at the point of descendance?
Yeah, at the point of, it depends on the magnitude of the lightning. Because if you take a look at the from the atmosphere, from the equator level below, where we experience, maybe from the rain clouds, where we experience rain.
Yes.
We usually have this thunder and then lightning and stress getting.
I will need you to move backward. You will need to move backward a little bit because your head is cut off. Yes.
Okay. Now, if you take a look at the rain cloud, where lightning and thunder occurs during raining, or maybe before raining or after raining, when depending on the magnitude that lightning comes along with, there are some heavy strike of lightning that comes with that maximum power. That's 20 billion, an average of 20 billion watts. Why maybe a little strike or a lower capacity strike may not actually come with that 20 billion watts, but it may come with less than 20 billion. And in Nigeria, we are generating 33,000 volts, and then we scale it up to 330,000 volts. So even if we harness 5 megavolts from lightning, we will subtract what Nigerian is generating, which is 330,000 volts. We should be having about 4,600 and something, million volts left from lightning. So it's actually a big project.
My God. Now, what I want to find out is who has experimented this? Who has verified it? Because here in the West, any claim must be verified by, by experiment. What do you call it? Is it? Huh? No, experiment, laboratory experiment or something.
Well, in Nigerian, yeah, when you talk about an invention like this, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, they wouldn't want someone to kind of solve the power problem in Nigeria because of importation of listers, Perkins, and Meccano's generator. Some of the cabals, who are in charge of importation of these listers, Perkins, and Meccano generators, they wouldn't want their business to be cut off. So permit me to say that even the Minister of Power, that's Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, he knows what to do for steady power to be in Nigeria. But because of the cabals who are in charge of importation of listers, Perkins, and Meccano generator, they would have, talk to him not to truncate or destroy or spoil their business of importing generators in the country. So actually, when you talk about solving the issue of power problem, maybe through an NSE, Nigerian Society of Engineers, they will not want to give a listening ear because they've seen me on several medias like Channels TV UK and D-Dot German industry, the Guardian Business Day newspaper where I came out from. They would have at least my contacts are there for them to reach me, but they don't want to reach me because they know what they are doing, because they know that if there's steady power supply in this country, then importation of Meccano's listers and package generator will be affected, and that will definitely affect their business.
Yeah, so no one has verified your claims.
Yes, sir.
Nobody has verified.
Yes, sir.
What is yes, sir?
But I have some professors. That was in 2012 when they invited me to UN and University of Nigeria and Nsukka, for me to come and defend the Thunder Lightning Energy Converter. So I went there with the industrial plan that I drew. Actually, I have it close to me. Yeah, the industrial plan is something that explains how the lightning will be harnessed, how it will be trapped, how it will be harnessed, how it will be sensed, how it will be converted from static energy to electrical energy, and how it will be transmitted from one source to the other. For instance, what I mean is when we have a trapping state, like maybe all this riverine area, like River State, like Cross River State, like Delta State, like Edo State, where we have more of lightning, we can build a power station there that will harness this lightning, and then we'll convert it into power. Then from there, we'll transmit it to national grid, where the whole of Nigeria we have lights.
So no, they invited you to UNN, University of Nsukka.
Yeah.
Okay, then what happened there?
Yeah, I think 3 professors, Professor Animalu, Professor Umba, and Venerable Reverend Professor Madueme. These were the 3 professors that invited me in 2012 to come and talk about the Thunder Lightning. So after I finished, explaining to them, proving to them how the lightning will be trapped and then converted and transmitted. So they said it is possible, but the problem is there is no money in the country that can foot such research or that can solve a prototype, So that is what is actually discouraging people, that is going to be a mega project, and Nigeria will not have much money to put research or to sponsor research. So that was where it ended. Since then, they've not invited me again.
Okay, for you to embark on the research and the building of the plants and the industrial scale production of this thing, will you need a team of professionals and experts, or you will build your own team? How does it work?
Professional experts that will work with me or that I will work with.
Yes.
Because it's a collaborative work. It's not a one-man standing project. Like if you see the plan I drew 2004, that was about 12 to 14 years ago. Then the one I drew 2010, the one I drew 2012, and the one I drew 2013. There are various stages, So when these professionals, come to take a look at the industrial plan or invite me to come and show them the plan on how we can bring a prototype before a bigger one that can power, and we have to work together as a team. It's just like a building of a car. We have engineers that are into production of the tires, engineer that produces the wheel, engineer that produces the fiber of the car, engineer that produces the sound system, the energy converter plant to be built. It will consist of various engineers to join me.
Is your drawing, is it possible to show your drawing and then explain it? Or did you send us did you send it to us? No? Or you have it in one of the videos?
I have it in a diagram, but the reason why I cannot show it to the world now, we have a lot of inventors watching now.
Okay, it's too early. It's too early.
Now. So if I show it, if I show it to the world now, they'll copy it.
Okay.
So for us to prevent this like the project to be exposed, I have to send it to you privately so that you can go.
No, don't send it to me. Don't send it to anybody. Even me, don't send it to me. Don't send it to anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, don't send it to anybody, even me. So, but you know what? If the issue of my country is just because they don't have money to support someone like you, don't worry. We don't need that country. We don't need that government. We will not need that government, but we will do the thing we will need to do by the grace of God. We are going to find you the support. We are going to find you the financing that is needed to do what is needed to be done. And I'm going to get in touch with other inventors that I've brought here, and we are going to help them to do what they need, what needs to be done. Because, all right. So, but why is it that you were able to discover this and come across this idea and this invention when we have thousands of engineers being produced all over the world, even millions being produced, and they have not been able to generate that? Tell me your story. What kind of background did you have? What kind of family did you grow in? How did you study? Is it just a gift from God, or is it a product of your hard work, research, or what sparked it? Where was the light bulb moment that, made you to know that, yes, you can do something special?
Well, actually, I was born into a family of 8, and 6 girls, 2 boys. And I am the 5th child in the family, and the first son. We are just 2 boys, me and my younger brother, Santos Obayagona. Yeah. So actually, I started my invention at a very tender age. According to my dad, at the age of 6, that was when I started, doing all these small things, picking condemned radio, picking torchlight that are sports, a lot of things that my dad said I did when I was very, very small, when I was before I entered primary 1 or primary 2. So my dad said,
from the age of 6.
Yeah, my dad said that I started at a very tender age when I was very small, that they do beat me to go to school, to go to all this nursery school and all that. that actually. So if I try to pick something from and bring to the house, they will flog me and they'll send me back to school because I schooled in a nursery, DSC nursery and primary school one. Where I started my KG, my nursery school. Then after I entered primary one, then my father said that when I entered primary one, that I continue picking condemned torchlights, all this radio, condemned radio, things that are a remote control that people throw away, that I was picking them and bringing them to the house. So so at the age of 16, when I was 16 years old, there's a TV station in Delta State, that's Delta Rainbow Television Warri, that discovered me. There's a woman called Christy Shofu, Mrs. Christy Shofu. She was the one that actually discovered this talent when I was at 16. Yeah, in a Delta Rainbow Television. So she fixed me on a program at Delta Rainbow Television called the Right of a Child program. That was at the age of 16. So I continue, my invention progress. I entered secondary school. So when I was in secondary school,
no, what did you do? What did you produce at that age of 16? What did you have to show that they invited you? What did she see that make that to invite you?
Yeah, there was this prototype of architectural design model, this housing plan, this architectural model, house model. Yeah, so I used wood to structure an estate in a wood. Yeah, I used plyboard. I designed an estate, a real house. So as in small houses. I fixed lights in all the houses, I put water tank inside. I put soldier men, all these toy soldier men, toy cars, then soldier men that carries gun, all these toys. I put them. Then I put toy cars, I put flower. It's like a real estate, but it was made with wood. So I took it to Delta Rainbow Television Warri at Ejeba. So the woman saw it from afar off, thinking I was selling something. So she now told the security people to call me. That what is that boy holding on his hand? That they should call that boy. So I came. When I came, she said, "What are you selling?" I said, "I'm not selling anything. That I designed this housing complex, this architectural model of a house, of an estate, how an estate should look like." So the woman said, "Wow, that you produced this?" I said, "Yes." So she said, "Do you mind if I fix you on the Right of a Child program that is for 16 years below?" So I now said yes, that I mind, that I will want to be on the Right of a Child program. So she then put me on TV, and then they featured me on the Right of a Child program at the age of 16. So that was actually the first time I came on the Right of a Child program on Delta Rainbow Television News Warri. I think if we go back to Delta Rainbow Television, they still have those records on VHF with them.
But apart from that estate, were there other small things that you had designed before?
Yes, sir. I did water heater using picnic thing. This picnic. In Nigeria, there's what is called picnic. We do use it to.
Oh, okay.
The empty can.
The tin bottled, the tin can milk.
Yes.
You use it to design what?
The water heater.
Wow.
And it boiled water. So when plugged to electricity, it was submerged into a water, and after some hours, the water started boiling without elements on it, without anything coiled, just ordinary wire with that 3 of those liters. I can still do it today if I'm called to do it for the world to see. Yeah. So I use 3 to build a heater, put it inside a bucket of water, plug it into a socket. Then I even put my hand on the water. It doesn't shock, does not electrocute. That is if the house is heated. It doesn't electrocute. So after some hours, the water started boiling. Delta Rainbow Television still have the record of that water heater I used milk tin to design. I was selling them to understand that someone that have a Tiger generator past my neighbor can use it to boil water for baths. That. Then I did torchlights, I did extension, I did bedside lamp for sleeping. I did a lot of things at the age of 16. So at secondary school, I was even given scholarship to run my secondary school without paying school fees by my proprietor, Mr. S.E. Agogovia.
So your secondary school recognized your talent?
Yes, sir. My proprietor of Challenge Academy senior secondary school, he gave me scholarship because of my invention prowess. And not just that, he also encourages me by giving me money when I was in SS1. He started giving me money, gave me scholarship, so I don't pay for anything in the school. So he said I should use those money to do more projects and go on air with those school fees money and other things.
Wow. Okay, but how did you stumble on the idea of, energy from thunder? When was the first time the idea occurred to you?
It was when I was in Challenge Academy Secondary School, DSC, Adelaja, in Warri, Delta State. I was in front of my class, SS2. That was 2004, October 1st, that I actually got the idea. So I was in front of my in class. So I told my friends that we can generate electricity from thunder, because that day it was actually raining. It was raining and there was lightning from thunderstorm. So I now told my friends that this lightning carries current too. So they were laughing. So all of a sudden, some of them were touching the zinc they use in roofing our school, because it's just like a one-story building. It's bungalow, just like a bungalow. So as we were playing with the zinc, while it was raining and lightning, so all of a sudden, some of them got electrocuted from lightning. So and I said, they not told me that, Emmanuel, we were electrocuted by thunder lightning. I said it's a lie. I said, okay, let the lightning strike. Let me touch the zinc. If it will shock me, I don't believe. So I now touched the zinc as I placed my hand on the roof like this. So I was waiting for lightning. So when the lightning strike and a stroke, the zinc electrocuted me, very, very much, that I was just like a madman within within the space of 5 minutes. Memories of yesterday. So that was how I actually got how the idea came that electricity can be generated from thunder lightning. So in 2004, that same October 1st, in the night, I was in a dream. In that dream, there was a man putting on white, garments. So the man told me that do I know I can generate electricity from thunder? I said how. He now started showing me how the diagram was drawn. So I still have the plan here. I have the plan right here. So the man now showed me that actually he wants to show me how to convert his power to electricity. So I now said, what is your power? He now said lightning. He now said I should check a place in the Bible. That was Psalm 75 verse 4. I think Psalm 70, so Psalm 73 verse 4. He said that his lightning enlightens, his lightning enlightens the rain. His lightning enlightens the world. The earth saw and trembled. Psalm 75 verse 6. That his lightning enlightens the world. The earth saw and trembled. I saw it in that dream. That was the Bible verse he gave me. So when I woke up, I carried my Bible. I now checked the place, the verse he gave me. It said his lightning enlightens the world. And the lightning there is Lightning. That's thunder lightning. Enlightens the world. The earth saw and trembled. Then he now showed me another place again in Bible. This Psalm 137, I don't know. In that dream. So I now saw he maketh lightnings for the rain. That's lightning from thunder for the rain. Then he caused the wind to blow out of its stretches. And then he caused the vapor to ascend from the ends of the earth. He said these are the three sources of electricity that he gave the world. So it was actually an inspiration I got from that dream after the school experience. I went into in the night I got a dream. It showed me plans. So I drew the plan according to how I saw it. Then in 2010, by June 2010, I have all the plans here. They are here with me right now. So just that I don't know who is watching. I would have, showed you the 4 plans of how lightning will be trapped, arrested, transmitted, and converted and transmitted to national grid. So it showed me everything. I drew it. Then in 2012, November 2012, it showed me another one. I drew it. Then I now went into sleep one day in the night. I dreamt around that kind, in the night around that kind to 4 when I was in a dream. You know, in that dream, he told me that I think people said it will not work. I said, yes, how do you know? He said it's following me at my back. That I should come, let him go and show me where his power is generating electricity. So I now followed him. In that dream, he took me to a forest where there is a lightning, a mask, this network mask that carries a lightning arrestor at the top of the mask. Then he showed me, I can remember vividly that he showed me 10 halogen bulbs that were hung somewhere, you know. Then he showed me the super, as in big, very mighty capacitors. They're as big as GP tank. This GP tank they use in storing water here in Nigeria, you know, this reservoir. Yeah, the super capacitors were big as that. They were up to 5 in numbers. Then he showed me the conversion zone that converts the charges from the lightning to electricity. He now told me that I should walk around the place that's in the forest, just like the way MTN used to build their mast in the bush. That is how that lightning something mask was done. So he started showing me what was inside the mask. When the lightning strike, the thunder arrestor will trap the whole power from lightning, and then inside the lightning, the thunder arrestor, there will be a separation like this, the upper chamber and the lower chamber. So the upper chamber will trap all the lightning energy. Then the lower chamber will carry the arc current, you know, the measured resistance filter, the current that we want, or the power that we want to feed to supply Nigeria or other African countries that experiences lightning. So he showed me everything. So I drew it and I did a little prototype, though it wasn't a working prototype. It was a non-working prototype. I designed that non-working prototype in 2006. Then I designed another prototype in 2012, March. Though they are not working prototype, but I have them in data state where I kept them safe since 2006 and 2010 and 12. They are still in my house till today. Not in Abakaliki here, because I'm serving here. I'm doing my NYSC service here. They are in Delta State, but I have the plans of the thunder, the one that you showed me 2004, the one you showed me 2010, the one you showed me 2012, and the one you showed me 2013. I have all the plans right here in Abakaliki where I'm serving. I came with them here.
Has your story been broadcasted into the media or television or newspaper before?
Yes, sir. In some of the medias like China's TV UK, Doshola TV Germany, Doshola TV Espano, that's Spanish country, then Doshola TV Africa, then Ref TV International, then Core TV International, then NTA International, AIT International, and lots more. Then even on newspapers like Daily Sun, Business Day, The Guardian newspaper, then The Nation, The Champion, The Advocate, The Truth, The Carbon Capture Report, Chicago, USA, and then lots more. African Leadership Magazine, Answer African Magazine, IT Tech African Magazine, Africa Entrepreneur African Magazine, Modern Parts Magazine, you know, the Ambassadors Magazine, and lots more. The Real African Magazine. They've broadcasted this and they've published it all over the world. So it really went viral on the internet, but yet no invitation, no call to come and prove it.
I also heard that somebody was going to do electricity from energy, from thunder, but I thought it was already, you know, everybody that is hearing this thing will think it's already in process, it's already done. So, but thank God that it is here God brought you to. You know what?
Yes, sir.
One thing I can tell you is this. One thing I can tell you is this. Begin just to relax. Just go and relax. And begin to thank your God. And also pray that the thing will happen faster. But begin to thank your God and to pray that, you know, because the fact that God has brought you to meet me, I can tell you with all assurance that you have been sorted out. God himself knows why he brought you to this place. God himself, who appeared to you in that dream and who showed you this idea, knows that all these years you've been waiting, and he knows the person to connect you with. I bet you that me, by the grace of God, I'm going to connect you. I'm going to do anything possible. We are going to find that money. Even if it's going to be $1 billion, even if it's going to be $10 billion, we are going to find it. And this thing is going to come to fruition in Jesus' name. Now, when I talk like this, people always say,
Amen.
bring the money today or bring the money tomorrow. I can't. I am right now I cannot. I have to finish my fight here, and I have to come out of my situation here. But once you hear that DSA has left Ukraine, get in touch with me again. And not just you, Nelson, Emeka Nelson, also Jerry, Malu, all of them. We need to get in touch with them. Once they hear that I'm here from Ukraine, finito. We can begin to, to do something very constructively. But do you understand, or do you have anybody that could help you to come up with calculations and business plans, or, so that you people could tell us what is needed and, how much approximately is going to cost, and, what is needed, the amount of money that will be needed, the kind of engineers that will be needed, the kind of expertise, all kind of, like a full business plan and something like that. Do you have it already, or you plan to do it?
Actually, I plan to do it, but my challenge is that I know the various team of engineers, not facially anyway. They are the ones.
No, not facially, just not the individuals. I mean, just what is needed, the profession.
Yeah, yeah. But my problem now is that, or my challenge right now is that I don't know how to write a business plan or a business proposal.
Okay.
But I believe that if it can come through you, it will be a welcome development.
Yeah, maybe somebody who is watching us now could help. But don't worry, even if you don't have that, don't worry. What we are going to do is that we are going to, once you finish your service, we are going to, arrange for you to be invited. Maybe can you, or you don't want to leave Nigeria?
I want to leave Nigeria, of course, because that's where you meet people with like dream, the same dream, where you can work with people, you can share ideas. Like actually, there was a white man that contacted me. That was yesterday, but he's not planning to invite me anyway. He just said he commended my effort. There was this work clock I posted on my Facebook page, on my Facebook. That's Emmanuel Obayagbona. That was my Facebook ID. I posted the work clock. It was through dream I saw the work clock actually.
What do you mean? Wall clock?
Yes, sir. A work clock. Yeah. So this work clock, it was in a dream I saw the clock where it gave light in my house in that dream. It charges phones. Different phones were brought in the dream. So when I woke up, I said, God, I like that vision you showed me. This vision of the work clock, it was 2012, September. So I now went to buy clock. So I started building clock lights since that day. And even the ones I have in my room right here is still working. The one I'm using personal is in my room right here and is working. It can give light, LED lights. It's about 6 watts bulb, 6 watts LED lights fixed inside the wall clock. So at night when there is no light, it can illuminate your room for a couple of 10 hours to 12 hours without reduction of the intensity of the light from the clock. And at the same time, one can charge his iPhones, his iPad, his tablets, or his Android devices using the wall clock. So, and the clock is being charged by solar. It's a sustainable energy clock. The solar panel were fixed outside. They are fixed outside here in Abakaliki, where I'm serving now. I have a solar panel in my roof, on top of my roof outside, where sun hits the panel. Then a wire was connected down to my house, my room here, connected to the clock, my wall clock now. So throughout the daytime, the clock has been charging via solar. So this night now I'm going to turn it on. and I'm going to use it again. I keep using sleeping with light every day because the light is coming from a work clock. And I charge my phone with my work clock. I charge my power bank with my work clock. I charge my, so many things. USB enabled devices are being charged with this work clock. I have a lot of work clock that has been given out, sold out. Now I can use a picture to design a work clock, and I'll fix lights on it. You can charge phones, you can charge your iPhones, your iPad, your tablets, your Android devices, even your power bank. The clock can charge them. So now, since I saw it, I started building it, started selling. And people were buying them. People were buying them. The one I have in my room now is the 22 one, the 22 clock, that I'm using now. I've sold about 21. So I just built this one for personal use.
A wall clock that is producing electricity.
Yeah, LED light. And the LED light is about 6 watts. Can brighten up your room, can brighten up your office, can brighten up your house. Anywhere you fix the wall clock, the intensity of the light is so bright. And at the same time, it has USB cord that came from the wall clock that you can charge your phones, your iPhones, your iPad, your tablets, and your Android devices. I'm even looking forward to go to China if God provide way for me, get a clock mass produced, and then sell it with solar panel at cheaper rates in African countries like Libya, Kenya, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Mali, Nigeria, Ghana, all African countries where they suffer power outage, power problem. The work clock can provide lights and can charge their phones and all that.
So it's not generator.
No, it's not a generator. It's powered. The work clock is actually powered with a power bank of 20,000 mAh. Yeah, that's the power bank that powers the work clock, the lighting system. And in the work clock, it has 6 watts LED lights that are so bright. Energy saving things should fall on the ground at night. You can bend down and put. I think if people should check those that are watching, if they check my Facebook page and timeline, Emmanuel Obayagbona, they will see all this work log I uploaded on the internet. Yeah,
okay,
my
let's
Facebook,
show the name. Let's show the name, please, so that
Emmanuel. The Obayagbona is O-B.
Yeah, we see it. We see it now. Obayagbona.
Okay.
But Obayagbona is from Edo?
Yes, sir. Obayagbona is from Edo State.
But you have not mentioned Edo so much. You have mentioned Delta, Enugu, Ebonyi. What, you didn't grow up in your state?
No, I was not born and brought up in Edo State. I was born and bred up in Delta State, Warri. Then I schooled I did my my nursery, primary, and secondary in Warri, Delta State. That's Challenge Academy secondary school. Then DSC Nursery School 1, Onya and Adelaja. Then my higher institution was IMT, Institute for Management and Technology, IMT Enugu, where I studied electrical engineering. And now I'm serving in Ebonyi State, Abakaliki. I think I'm passing out by June this year.
You are finishing this year? Good.
Yes, by June.
You said you would like to go abroad.
Yes, sir.
What would you like to go abroad to do? To study or to just exchange ideas and meet with like-minded scientists?
I want to further my education because what I have here in Nigeria is HND. That's Higher National Diploma. I want to further my education, if possible, in abroad, where I can continue to study in electrical engineering, or technical education, Then I would also like to meet people of same dream, like-minded people, so where we can share more ideas. Because I have a lot of invention, so many inventions I have, that really need to be mass-produced in China. But that will not stop me from furthering my education. I really want to further my education so that I will achieve my educational dream, my career.
You know what? I'm looking at you and I'm smiling. And the reason I'm smiling is because of what I know. I know that you are settled. Because if it is scholarship you
Yes, sir.
need, God, by God's grace, you will get it. And not just scholarship. We have to give you protection.
Amen.
Protection, I mean, security.
Yes, sir.
You have to be hidden. In Russia, those days, when Soviet Union used to be here, they discover people like this, and the government will build university for them. They will gather around maybe 100 other professors and make them to build everything that science knows up to now, and then show them people like you, and give them all conditions for them to be able to get more and more ideas. And they, that is how they are able to build
Yes, sir.
all their technology. We've got to do something like that for you. We've got to protect you,
Yes, sir.
surround you with experts. And I'm just so glad that God brought you here. Right now, I know the way you are feeling, because I've passed through that myself. You are feeling like nobody is hearing you and everything is helpless and no connection, nobody is interested. Very good.
Yes,
But that has brought you here. Today, this place, you have seen somebody who's interested. And I will not forget. The same thing I said about Nelson, Emeka, the same thing I said about Jerry Marlowe. It might delay, but it would surely come to pass by the grace of God. Because,
Amen.
so what are you say there are some other inventions that you have
Yes, sir.
that need to
I
come?
have,
Mention them.
I have a remote control work clock lighting system. It is a work clock that can, provide light for 4 hours. A normal clock. This one is using remote control. So when there's public power outage, you can use your TV remote, your DVD remote, your satellite remote, cable satellite remote, any remote at all. Just point it towards the clock, press any button. For 2 seconds, the light will come on. And it can provide illumination in your sitting room, your office, your house for 4 good hours, and it's so bright, and it's charged by solar or public power supply. That's one. Then two, I can produce a wall clock that when you walk into your office, the light in the clock will come on its own. And then I'll design a music system in the clock that will have an MP3 radio music system in the clock. So that when you walk into the room, the light will come on, the music system will start playing. If you put your memory card or your flash drive, or the Christian music you have there, they will start playing. It's going to be titled the entertainment clock. Then it will be charged by solar. It will have a solar panel outside. The clock will be in the house, charged whenever there's sun. Then it will also be charged by public power supply. When there's no solar, it will switch to public power supply and start charging itself automatically. And in the daytime, if you walk out of the sitting room or the office, the lights will go off, the sound system will go off, the music will go off, everything will go off. You can build that. Then I also have a generator power booster. I'm not here to promote generator in Africa because I'm talking about solving the issue of public power challenge that Africa is actually passing through. But for the meantime, I have a product called generator power booster. Though I sell them for now to raise little money, to foot up some little utility bills, and to pay electricity bills, to go out, to buy data on my phone, to put food in the house. Yeah, this is what I use the little money I get from the generator power booster to do for now. It's something that can enable your Tiger generator or any kind of generator to be powering pressing iron. Like, for instance, a lot of people know that this I Pass My Neighbor generator in Nigeria, this Tiger generator, usually called I Pass My Neighbor, it cannot be used to power pressing iron. But with the aid of this generator,
it cannot be used to power what?
Like a socket.
It cannot be used to power what?
Iron. Pressing iron.
Oh,
pressing
iron.
Electric
Pressing iron. Okay.
Yeah. So it cannot be used to power pressing iron. So, but with the aid of this gen booster, you plug it to your wall socket just like an extension. Then you plug your pressing iron there. Turn on your 0.5 generator, that's 500 watts, 0.5. And you are good to go. Your lighting system will be on. Your music, you'll be playing your music. Your fan will be on. And at the same time, you still be ironing successfully with it. Even though there are bigger generators that when you plug iron, it will be dragging the generator with the aid of that product, the generator will never know that iron is plugged to it, because the gen booster will take a minimum of 0.001 amp from the generator. So to the generator, 0.001 amp is just like charging a phone. But to the product, it's powering a heavy load like pressing iron, microwave, hair dryer, rice cooker, deep fryer, electric kettle, electric oven. It will power them using your generating set. So I have that on plan.
I have somebody here who wants to get that booster already. Then they here for my room. They are going to Nigeria. They will get in touch with you.
Yes. I can even produce it in their presence if they want me to.
Wow.
Yeah, I've sold over 4,000 pieces have been sold out.
Wow.
More than 4,000 pieces have been sold out. Yeah. So I also have remote control and switch connected to your ceiling fan regulator in your house. You can turn off your fan using your TV remote, and you can turn on your fan using your TV remote.
You
and lots more.
Remote for fan?
Your TV remote, your television remote.
Okay.
If you point it, yes, if you point it to the remote control switch I produce via your regulator, your fan regulator, you can turn off your fan and turn it on. But in a situation whereby the fan was in number 1, which is the highest, like SMC, or number 5, like all these giant 60 ceiling fan, if the fan is in number 5 and you use the remote to turn it off, it will go off. Then if you are feeling heat, you need the fan back, you can use your TV remote, point it towards the regulator of the fan, press any button towards the regulator of the fan, then the fan will come on. So you can be in the bed and turn on your fan apart from you. That same speed that was in the fan regulator, it is the same speed of air that will come out from the fan when you use your TV remote to turn it on. Then I've done so many things, so many things, like I'm into solar power bank production, solar phone charger production, solar wall clock lighting system, solar emergency lights, solar phone charger. So many things that have to do with solar inverters, solar domestic lights, so many things. I'm into design generally.
Design.
Yeah.
Creativity, innovation.
Yes, innovation. Yeah. Even there's a frame now called solar frame. At night, during the daytime, the frame will be charging. Then at night, the frame will give lights.
What do you call frame? What is frame?
A frame is something that can carry your picture. What I can carry your picture. Yeah, this picture frame.
Picture frame.
Yeah. So yes. So I just like photographers, they will snap you picture and then they'll enlarge it in an enlargement called a photo frame. Yeah. Now if you go to the Nigerian houses, they will just like the one in my bag, something like the one in my bag, but that one is not carrying a picture. It's just a wooden construction something, So something like this, I do something like that, uses solar. It will provide light in the house at night. It can be used to charge your iPhones, your iPad, your tablet, and your Android devices, your power bank, and so on. Yeah. So I'm into cosmetology, I'm into paint production, and lots more. Cosmetology, yeah. Perfume, production of perfume, hair Dettol, shampoo, bleach, moisturizing bathing soap, air freshener, and
cosmetology. What? You mean you are selling them or you are producing them?
I'm producing them. I buy the chemicals, the raw chemicals, and then I use them to produce those items I just mentioned.
What name the items again?
Yeah, a lot of people do buy them. Like for instance, now in Nigeria, they do buy this hypo to wash their white clothes. But I use 700 naira to produce 10 liters of hypo, 10 liters of bleach or jik for washing whites and toilets. And with 700 naira, it will give me 10 liters and it will last up to 6 months, depending on how I use it. Then this is a moisturizing soap for bathing. Nigerians here, people buy it 2,500, 3,000 naira, but I will use that same 3,000 naira to produce 10 liters of moisturizing bathing soap, that's shower cream. And it will last me up to 6 months. Then this liquid soap for washing of plates, dishes, dishwash. I'll use just 1,000 naira to produce 10 liters, and it will last me. Then perfume, I use 2,000 naira to produce designer's perfume, high quality perfume that people wear on their clothes. Yeah, even body spray. With 2,000 naira, I can produce body spray, good body spray. Then even hair cream, anti-dandruff shampoo. With 2,000 naira, we produce 10 liters of good shampoo for washing of women's hair. It kills dandruff. So and even toilet wash, this Apic that they use in washing toilets. I produce them with 3,000 naira. I produce 10 liters, and you wash that 10 liters can stop to 3 to 6 months. You won't buy Apic in the house. Air freshener, liquid air freshener. I produce up to 10 liters with 3,500, 4,000 naira. I'll produce up to 10 liters in the house. So you won't buy liquid air freshener, and lots more. Even custard, the custard for children and custard for adults, I produce them. I don't buy custard in my house. I produce my own high quality custard.
No. We have to sort this guy out. We have to sort this guy out. This is in Nigeria where there is nothing. No. What about if we put him where there are opportunities to see all kind of designs, inventions, to have all kind of technology, to have all kind of things? Hey, you know what he'll be doing? The schools that you have before we go to the schools, the lightning, is it one lightning that can produce for 5 years? Or tell me about that, about the lightning more.
Yeah, normally a strike of lightning can generate power, or a strike of lightning will generate steady power for 5 years and 30 days.
One strike?
Just one strike. It can generate power for 5 years and 30 days.
What amount of power will it generate? How much?
We can generate up to 5 megavolts, 5 million volts, and we can also generate up to more than 1 billion watts. We can generate up to 5 billion watts. Because solar lightning comes with over an average power of 20 billion watts.
Yeah, but why did you say 5? Because 5 billion watts, that is more than all the electricity in the world.
5 million volts.
5 billion.
And then 1 billion watts.
1 billion watts is more than 1 billion watts is more than all the electricity the world produces.
Yeah. Now, sir, I would like to tell you: is there any power that is more greater on Earth than lightning? The answer is no, because even in Nigeria,
what about nuclear power, atomic power, nuclear power?
Yeah, nuclear power is actually greater than that of lightning. But in the world, how many countries uses nuclear power as source of electricity?
There are six.
Energy.
There are 6 countries.
Yeah, yes, nuclear power is above that of lightning. But apart from nuclear power, fossil fuel, coal, gas, then these solar, wind, hydro, they cannot be compared with the power of lightning. Even geothermal energy, they cannot be compared with the power of lightning. Biogas, bioelectricity, they can't be compared with the power of lightning. So apart from nuclear energy, where uranium gas is being brought in, is being enclosed in an enclosed job, and then the heat that is being generated from uranium gas goes through a turbine, heat turbine, which drives the turbine. Then the turbine generates power, and the power is being stepped up. Apart from using uranium gas, other things, there's no power again that is greater than that of lightning apart from nuclear energy.
What? Okay, have you studied Nikola Tesla's methods and theorem of electricity generation?
No, I have not studied that of Tesla way of generating electricity. But all I have to say here is that the harnessing zone is built to retain, one of the harnessing zone will be built to retain energy for 8,928 hours.
No, no,
So,
say that.
and we are going
I
to,
didn't get you. Say that again, please.
one of the harnessing zone will
Yes.
be built to harness energy, like as in static energy from lightning, for 8,928 hours. That's a year and 7 days. So we are going to build five harnessing zones that will store, each of them will store energy for a year and 7 days, a year, and that's 8,928 hours, that's a year and 7 days. So times five, that is 5 years and 40 something days, not even 5 years and 30 days, 5 years and 40 something days.
No, but
That energy,
what amount would that be? That 5 years, how much electricity will be produced in that amount of time?
the five the 5 megavolts, that's 5 million volts, and then we can generate up to 1 billion watts, depending on what we are building to harness that particular
Okay, so
charges that comes from the light.
so that 5 year something will be equal to 5 million volts.
Yeah, yes, sir. The 5 years is equal to 5 million volts. Now, even if there is discharge from the lightning arrest, or maybe some energy is being, leaking. If there is lightning again, it will supplement the energy that was lost back again to another 5 years.
Automatically.
It is Yes, because the lightning arrestor, there's a sensor between the lightning arrestor that we are going to build in China or Russia or Germany or US. There's going to be a link between the sensor and the lightning arrestor. Now, inside the lightning arrestor, the upper chamber here will attract the all the power that comes from lightning. Just like these lightning arrestors we have on top of mosques, on top of houses in Nigeria. Then
Yes.
the lower chamber inside the lightning arrestor is what I call the resistance filter. It's going
Okay.
to filter what is designed, as what was programmed by the lightning arrestor to do. Now we are going to, in China or in Russia or in Germany or in US, they are going to build the lightning arrestor in a way that the resistance filter will filter maximum of 5 megavolts, 5 million volts. Yeah, I'm going to explain something, how lightning damages our electronics. Now, when thunder strikes, the charges falls down to your lightning arrestor. Some
Right.
goes down to the earth. Yeah, some goes down to the earth. Now, the earth rod on the floor, on the ground, we carry these charges down to the earth wire in the house. Now, if your electronics were plugged to the wall socket in the house, the energy that comes from that earth rod from outside, the lightning energy that comes from the earth rod from outside, will link down to your earth in the house, in your wall socket. Your neutral, that is your neutral in the plug, will carry that energy from the earth wire in the socket. The neutral will carry that energy down to the electronics. Now, if there's a fuse, a protective device, which is a fuse inside that electronics, the lightning energy may strike the fuse and the fuse will blow off. So when it blows off, even when there's no power or when there's power outage, even when it blows the fuse, the arc current, that's a very high magnitude current, jumps from one level to the second breakage of the fuse. The second level, a fuse is a tiny wire that joins like this. So when it breaks, there's a separation. Now, in
Yes.
that separation, now inside the fuse, the arc current will jump from where the lightning is coming from, down to the other side of the fuse that was broken, and continue its journey. Now, when it gets to the electronics, to the power source, it will supply this high power inside the electronics, and the electronics will be forced to come on during raining or after raining. Now, when it forces the electronics to come on, it will now blow the electronics. So you may have heard of lightning blowing people's electronics. Lightning damages people's television. Lightning damages people's radio. Lightning burning transmitters, and receivers. Yeah, when they have poor earthing system. This is the phenomenon how lightning damages our electronics. So even when there is no light, sometimes when there's a fluorescent tube, hang outside during lightning, sometimes it may attract lightning energy. The light energy may go straight to that fluorescent light, energize it, the fluorescent light will come on, and then it will flash. When it flashes, it will burn the fluorescent lights. Yeah. There was a certain time in Delta States, there was no lights. There was public power outage. So it was raining. My neighbor, Papa Chidi, in Delta State, his electronics his socket was turned on. And there was no light. So his socket was on. The electronics were off because there was public power outage. So during raining, there was this heavy thunder strike that struck, you know. So the electronics came on, that's his home theater, was powered, and then got damaged immediately. So he has to take the electronics out for repair. He has to take the electronics out for repair. I can't hear you, sir. I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, Emmanuel, I want to challenge you about something, which I think will increase your capacity largely. Now,
Yes,
I'm not an engineer and I'm not an engineering specialist or electricity specialist, but because I read wide, I read a lot, I try to educate myself. So I have some understanding about almost most of the things, including engineering and electricity and physics. But I want you to write down, I don't know if you can type or write down anything, or remember, you can remember them. You can remember, don't worry.
Sir.
Look for Nikola Tesla generator or energy generating methods of Nikola Tesla. Look for it and study it. It's going to increase and it's going to really empower you a lot. Then after that, after you do that and you discover, I'm sure you will discover some things there.
Yes, sir.
It's all in the internet. You write me on my messenger, I mean my Facebook, inbox me, and let's talk about
Yes,
it.
sir.
That's the number one assignment for you.
Yes, sir.
Number two assignment, are you following me?
Yes, sir. I'm with you, sir.
Number two assignment, go and look also for a man. No, there is also another person, another man that is called Hubbard.
About.
Yes, Hubbard. Hubbard. So that Hubbard also, like Tesla, invented electricity generation method. So look for Tesla's method of generation of electricity and Hubbard's method of electricity generation.
Yes, sir.
Hubbard method of electricity generator or Hubbard generator, those two things, they are the best in the, they are the most revolutionary that have been done in the world. And I don't know if you know Elon Musk. Have you heard of Elon Musk?
Yes, yeah. That's Tesla car.
Tesla car.
It's
So
owned by
it is
Elon
because
Musk. Yes.
Elon Musk also was like you know, in Africa. He's an African guy too. He was like you, but he was not prominent in Africa when he was there until he moved to Canada. But what made him to really be doing everything he's doing right now is because he studied Tesla. That's why he dedicated that car, the one he's producing now, he called his Tesla cars. Because it was when they started studying Tesla and his methods, that is when he started understanding, and even though he had some things before, but everything just exploded for him.
Exploded.
Yes. So I think God is going to use you to become another Elon Musk, and even more than that, or another Nikola Tesla of our age, or Thomas Edison, in Jesus' name. But talking about the electricity generator, the generation you are talking about now, do you know when I spoke to Emeka Nelson, he also spoke to me about the technology God gave him, the idea. Or I don't know if you didn't see my interview with him, huh?
I saw it, sir.
Okay, because we spoke and he spoke to me about what God showed him, the possibility of generating electricity from the ground, from land.
Thermal energy. Yeah,
Yes,
that's thermal energy.
farmer energy. So that's the one he is working on.
Geothermal energy.
Okay, so why were you talking about building this plant in or generator or station in Russia or in China?
Because here in Nigeria, we don't produce this ultra capacitors or super capacitors. We don't produce lightning arrestors with resistance filter. We don't produce sensors that that we do the work of lightning. That will do the work of the thunder lightning energy converter. So we have a lot of sensors that will be fixed by the instrumentation and control engineers. We don't produce them here. So we don't produce the conversion zone that will convert static energy to electrical energy. And we don't produce even high tension step down transformers. We don't produce them here. So that's why I'm looking at Russia, Germany, and China or US, where these things can be produced with my specification.
Okay, let me see if we have some people who might be interested in our conversation today. It's possible that there are some people who know what we are talking about or who understand the whole concept of our discussion today. And any one of you that want to contribute to this discussion, please, I would like you to call. I would like to invite as many people as possible to call into the program, and let's commend the efforts of Emmanuel, and let's discuss this topic. And if you want to call, the way to call is for you to go to Facebook Messenger. Go to Facebook Messenger. And when you get to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents. One word, Move Agents. Go to Facebook Messenger and look for Move Agents. And when you get to Move Agents, send us a note, an SMS, a text that you want to call or you want to contribute, and then we will call you back. So go and look for Move Agents, and then send us a message, and we'll call you back. As any government official, the Minister of Energy or Ministry of, or any kind of federal government agents, have they gotten in touch with you at all? Emmanuel?
For now, no. Since I started this, yeah, I'm with you, sir. No, they have not actually come. They've not gotten in touch with me. So I have just been, I have some people, who do, encourage me little, to fund to do little research or more research. People from Nigeria here, and even a lady in Texas, USA, that's Tina Lassie, and then some people in Nigeria here, like.
It is through Caro that is it through Caro?
So Caro Kanya Kamune also encourages me, financially and in advice, coaching and others. Yeah. Then a lot of people, there are so many, even Riga, there's a lady called Riga in Nigeria, and she's in Lagos. They support me. But Nigerian government have not actually come. Because they know that if this should come to Limelight, generator users will no longer buy fuel to run their generators again. Banks, churches, and ministries will no longer buy diesel to power their listers, their Perkins, or their Meccano's generator anymore. So they know the consequences. That is why they don't want to call.
I've been talking for 3 years now that we are going to change Nigeria, that Nigeria will be different, that we are going to change Nigeria. And some people are believing me, some people are laughing at me. But all these things that we are talking about now, that government is not sponsoring, not supporting, believe me, my brother, everything will change.
Amen.
But when I talk like this, people think it is just proud. What does he think he is? Or who does he think he is? I just said, don't count me in now. I cannot now because I'm in Ukraine. I cannot leave Ukraine because of my lawsuits. But once I get to Nigeria, you hear that person get to Nigeria, in the next few years from there, you will not hear this kind of stories again. There is no way someone like you will remain without support. Anybody that has a dream like you, either is an inventor, innovator, or business,
Yes, sir.
your story is going to change, believe me. And you are going to go to any school you want. You are going to go to you are going to have any kind of exposure you need. And yeah, don't worry. Very soon and very soon. Let God just determine the time I will leave here. Let it be as fast as possible. Once that happens, it's very, very disheartening to hear that people like you are not getting support. Okay, I think there might be some other questions that I've not asked you that you might want to talk about that I've not asked you. I will come to tell you to think about any other thing you would like for our audience to know, not just me, but all the people who are watching us, everything you want us to know. But you will let us, I will give you the time to say that. But meanwhile, I want to talk about this book that I have here. And this book is, can you show me the book, Innovation and Innovative? So this book is for inventors, the creative and innovative power of a genius. Is to raise up people like Emmanuel, to raise up creative people, innovative people, genius in our country, to support people like that. And also I wrote another book. I just released a new book this week. It's about process. Process is as important as result. It's because of process. That is why Emmanuel and others are able to produce what they are producing. And I want to encourage you to go get these books on Amazon, or you can read them for free on Kindle Unlimited, or you can get them also on Okada Books. For those of you who have not yet joined the mentorship program, you can go to my blog, sundayadelaja.com/mentorship. If you want to join our Nigerian trip, you can also go to sundayadelaja.com/Nigeria to join us on our way to Nigeria. And yes. But anybody that wants to get in touch with Emmanuel, just go to his Facebook page and you can inbox him. Or do we have his WhatsApp, telephone, everything? Okay, we are going to show Emmanuel's contact so that you'll be able to get in touch with Emmanuel as well. We'll show you his details. But let's see if we have a caller. Do we have a caller there? So we'll show you why the caller will be talking. I think we'll be showing you the contacts of Emmanuel. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Who is calling from where, sir?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Tunde Rafe, sir.
Oh, Tunde Rafe. From Nigeria?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you? Is this the first time you are calling?
Yes, sir. This is the first time, sir. Yeah.
Nice to hear your voice today.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Yes. In fact, bro Emmanuel, he has done a very great job, sir. Has done a very great job. Yes. I'm in engineering and technology. I study electrical electronics engineering, sir.
Okay.
I'm interested in what Emmanuel is doing, and I want to say that in the area of calculation and business plan, I can work together with him.
Good.
So regarding that, the calculation, yes.
Beautiful.
And he also mentioned that we don't produce some of the things in Nigeria here.
Yes.
But I think that idea is really needed in a developing nation. So even if you don't produce those things here, we can import them, so that his idea, so we can implement it in Nigeria here. So for the improvement of our nation or other nation where So they are still lagging behind technologically. So in that area.
Especially African
So
countries.
it's yes. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, and that's like presently now I work in a power station. So Ishioro Power Station is one of the hydroelectric power station that we have in Nigeria. So the capacity of the generating plant there is 600 megawatt. 600 megawatt. So, but what he's saying, he said you can generate 1 billion watt, and that is 1 megawatt. So, we need to work together. So, by the grace of God, to see how his idea will be of blessing to everyone.
More,
So in
but
African
the
nation,
one, you know, the 1 billion watt. I mean, he's
what?
talking about is only from one strike. From one strike, he said.
Oh, yes, okay, yeah. So it's still small somehow. So, but by the time we put the things together, I think it will say it will be it will come up. Say it will come up. That's a so it's a very good idea, sir. It's a very, very good idea. Yes. So
So,
thank you very much,
so
sir.
can you
Yes.
please get in touch? We are showing his contact now, information. Please,
Okay,
you
sir.
can find it and get in touch with him.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. In fact, I enjoyed the program, sir.
It
So,
is
Mr. Emmanuel,
because it is your area.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there
So
any
we need to
question?
work.
Is there any question you have for Emmanuel?
No, no question, sir. No question
You
now for
understand
now.
everything he's talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand it, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think that the
Yes.
government is not interested in this kind of people?
Uh, uh, I don't think the government is not interested in them. Oh. Yeah. So because there are even some young people that it's just that he has not been identified. So
Okay.
by the appropriate people. So because the real nation building is not in the government. So it is as people like him, people like Emmanuel, and other people bring the idea together, so that our nation can be developed. So I don't think government is not interested in people like this.
Okay.
So
So
he has not been identified.
he has not been identified.
Yes, sir.
What about private businesses? Is your own station where you are working a private business?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's private firm. We are into telecommunication.
Okay.
So we run our fiber optics,
Yeah.
on Nigeria Power Station. So that's called area fiber optics. So it's different from the one that they bury underground.
Yes.
So it's to carry video, to carry messages and data. So that's what we are into. So telecommunication services. So but it's a private firm.
And
Yes. Yeah.
those kind of businessmen
Yes,
like
sir.
the owner of your company, wouldn't they be interested in people like
Yes, sir.
Emmanuel?
In fact, we are interested in him, sir. Absolutely. So we are
Okay.
interested in him. So if there is a gap, I think Emmanuel, there is a gap. In fact, a gap that he can fill, that idea can fill in this nation. So it's a very good idea. We are interested in him.
Before you
So a
go,
lot. Like
Tunde,
this, there's this Tony Elumelu, this thing
yes,
that sponsor that idea. So it's just that the money from there may not be so. So it sponsors ideas like that. So if he want to operate as a private firm, so it's still okay. So but if you want what he generate to be added to the national grid, so that's another so that it will be an additional footage to the national grid. So
yes.
so that's another this thing, sir.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he said he
So
can do it anyhow. I think it depends on who sponsors him. If it's going to be the government who will sponsor him, it could be added to the national grid. If it's going to be private,
yeah.
it will be private.
Exactly. Yes, it can be private. It can be private. So it depends. So it depends. I think Emmanuel has come to the appropriate quarters now. So because based on the program you did the other time, that the open invitation to anyone that has a burden for Nigeria.
Yes.
So I think he has come to the appropriate area by the grace of God.
Amen.
So so in fact, I'm happy for him. I'm very, very. It's a very good idea, sir.
Before you go today, let me ask
Yes,
Emmanuel. Sir. Emmanuel, what is the maximum capacity that you think could be produced by this your method? Hello?
Hello, I'm with you.
Oh, okay. We are hearing you. Yes. What do you think is the maximum capacity? I think if it's going to be from Thunder, I think the capacity will be limitless, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because this Thunder Lightning comes with an average power of 20 billion watts and a maximum voltage of 330 million volts. That's 330 megavolts. So we can generate as much as we want to generate. We can trap as much as we want to trap. It would have want to trap. It all depends on the annexing zone that we are building from China or from Russia or from Germany.
So we can generate unlimited amount of electricity.
Yes, sir.
So it's a
Tunde, yes, I'm hearing you, Tunde.
Yeah, yes, okay, yes. If it is unlimited, it's okay, sir. So it's okay if it is unlimited. So like there's a one power project that is also going on in Mambila Plateau State.
Yes.
So it's 3,000 megawatts. So that's the maximum. It's the maximum generating station in Nigeria now presently. So 3,000 plus megawatts.
But it has not started. It has not started working now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
So it has not started working. But if you look at the industrial plan, you know what I'm talking about.
Tunde, wait.
Yes, sir.
Emmanuel wants to say something. Hello, come on, Emmanuel.
Yeah, it has not actually started working now because there is no form to fund the projects. But what I'm trying to say right here, now, if you look at the industrial plans I have, the trapping zone, you know, is different from the sensory zone. It's different from the annexing zone. It's different from the conversion zone, and then it's different from the transmission zone. So actually, even if it has not started working, but the industrial plan, we can work with what I have here, and it's going to work. It's going to come to limelight by actually seeing what I have on ground.
Wow! So you can combine it with what you are doing, and it will begin to work.
Yeah, actually, if we come as a team, as a collaborative. And people as collaborative
engineers,
we work on what is on ground. Okay. Yes, we work on what is on ground. Because I have various plans, various diagrams. So many, I have about 4 in different plans. The one of 2004, the one of 2010, the one of 2012, and the one of 2013. I have their various plans right here. So if we work with what we have on ground, it's going to work, and not based on our assumption.
Okay. Okay, for example, Nigeria as a country, we need minimum of 40 gigawatts
capacity.
Yes, we need 40 gigawatts of electricity just for Nigeria to function and not have power failure. 40 gigawatt. That is the minimum. Yeah. Or what do you say about that, Emmanuel?
That means Nigerian government. That means we are going to build enough annexing zones, so many annexing zones that we annex as much as we need, because Thunder Lightning is large enough to feed so many, annexing storage devices as much as we need. Thunder Lightning is big enough to charge them up. It's a free energy, comes from the cloud before raining or after raining.
But it's the storage. It is the storage you will need.
It's a free energy, yeah. So we can build a massive storage device, mighty gigantic storage devices that will harness this energy, and we are good to go before we need in the country.
The biggest country with electricity is Russia. Russia has the largest amount of electricity production in the world. Then America and China. But I think they only have about 200 and 250 gigawatts.
Okay.
So, but
No, I think
yes. What do you say, Emmanuel?
I think these countries are using nuclear energy. That's
Yes. Those countries are using
to
nuclear
generate power.
energy, atomic energy, and they use different ones too. But nobody is using thunder right now. Nobody.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's an
Yeah.
invention
Hello.
actually.
What did you say, Emmanuel?
Because there's a saying that says that
What do you
I
say?
said every invention must come to limelight.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are here now.
Yes,
Yeah.
I said every invention must come to limelight. Yeah, because if we have the right set of people, the engineers, that are needed by me, if we have them, in place, and we'll start working on this, we'll bring out, a working, a prototype. We'll bring out a massive power generating plant that can suit the country's need for power. Like I said, even people, they are scared of holding a metallic umbrella under the rain when it is lightning, during lightning, because they know that it's really, really disastrous.
Okay, Tunde, what would you like to say about that?
Yeah. Iva, what I want to say now is that let's be looking at how we can implement that idea in the African nation. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, that developing
Tunde,
nation that is an unconquered territory now.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, sir.
Yes, you are making noise. There's noise coming from your phone.
Hello, sir.
You have a lot of noise coming from your phone.
Is it from my?
Oh, maybe it's not from your own. Maybe it's from Emmanuel.
No.
It's okay now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, sir.
It's okay now, yeah. So, Tunde, please make sure you get in touch with Emmanuel and maybe you will introduce him to your company.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. He's highly welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
God bless
it's
you.
all right, sir.
Bye.
All right, sir. Amen. Bye, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But what I would like to tell you, Emmanuel, is that even if the federal government or any business something, if they invite you, you go. Begin to do something with them. But wait for me. I they come. None of them will do for you what, by the grace of God, God will help me to do for you. By the grace of God. Wait, take anybody that will come, but by the grace of God, every dream that you don't even have now, God will help you to bring it to pass.
Amen.
Wow.
There's this new idea God even gave me recently.
Something happened to what happened to your telephone is the one making noise, the speaker. Can you fix it so that it doesn't make that noise? Your speaker, not telephone, your earphone. So that it will not be shaking like that. Yes. Okay, it's good now. Hello, I think we have a caller. Hello?
Yes, good evening, DSA.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
Yes, I'm Pastor Jonas. I am calling from the United Arab Emirates.
Yes, Pastor Jonas.
Yes, actually, I have been trying to call in since yesterday, but it was fortunate that the program had already finished.
But thank God you got through today. So make you talk. You are already here now.
Yes, I've been following the program today. It is quite interesting. And I want to also appreciate you for the great job that you are doing. You are touching areas that are very, very important, to human existence. And I think that the work you are doing is beyond the church work, the normal church work that every conventional pastor does as well. So I want to say thank you on that. And then I just want to come in the area of technology concerning the young innovator who is actually on the platform there now.
Yes.
Hello? Actually, as a person, I have been doing a lot. Actually, I work in the United Arab Emirates and I also do business. So I actually I'm doing a lot on partnership now. I'm doing a lot, both studies and practically on business. So I want to suggest that when people with such great ideas and creativity come on board, I think that if there is a way that you can harness some kind of partnership
with business, with businessmen.
Yes, with businessmen, we can send proposals, we can write letters. Why I am saying this is because the political system in Nigeria does not encourage things like this. That is what we need to know. In as much as you are planning to go to Nigeria and we are also going to support whatever you're going to do in Nigeria, but we need to understand that we need to create a base, a base that is not dependent on the government.
Okay.
Yes, we need to create a base that is not dependent on the government. The government might start responding maybe when we must have put in money and then we must have made a lot of effort. Because the cabal that govern Nigeria, they are threatened. Projects like this threaten them.
Okay.
You know, they are so much, they are so much interested in power that they don't care about how other people will live their lives. They don't care about how the country will be developed. So I think that the way forward is for us that have like minds to put up money. It is possible, DSA.
Yes.
That is what I'm doing with people. If people have ideas, I am half Cameroonian, half Nigerian. My mother is a Cameroonian and my father is a Nigerian.
Okay.
So yes, I have both nationalities. So I work, I go to both countries always. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, I have made my observations. The same crisis that we have in Nigeria are the same crisis that we have in Cameroon. It is something that is familiar with Africa. So, but what we need to do is we need to borrow a lift from what Akon is doing. Akon is bringing his own money and his own investors.
Yes.
And when he comes like that, he begins from somewhere. We have a lot of great ideas that have great visions that have died because they came and they were looking up to the government. The government is not interested at this moment. And it is very difficult for common people who have great ideas to generate money. That is the problem. It is very difficult for startups. In countries like the United States and the UK and some other countries in the West, they have understanding. So when people come up with great ideas, they give them money. They put in money to help them start up. But in Africa, most African countries, it's not like that. So it is we, the individuals who are seeing little money, we have to put up money and then build these things as a company. And then if the government becomes interested, then we are going to do, they will now work with us. We'll give them the condition. But the people in power right now, it will be very difficult. I am not saying it is not possible, but it is going to take a longer time to actually achieve that. So that is part of my suggestion for today. So I think that in order not to allow these great minds and these innovations to die, it is good for us to begin to also come up with meetings, plans on how to raise money and articulate them, because what that our brother is saying there is beyond the social media. We need to sit down and look at paperwork. We need to look at those drawings. There are still things that there are improvements, actions for improvement that needs to be done. You know, we need to look at plan on how to implement all of those things. Those things are things that we need to sit down and then create a team that will be able to look at them.
I'm very encouraged by your proposals. If you want to join, because I have a team, but not this kind of team though, not the one you are proposing. Yeah. My own team is just brainstorming, what do you call them, think tank team that are working with me about my going to Nigeria. But in this case, I would really like you, maybe you could get in touch with me also by writing me in my inbox so that we could discuss it further. And you also be free to get in touch with Emmanuel and also with Emeka and Jerry. Oh, you know, I've been bringing different people like this. So you could also go to, you know, if you go to my YouTube page and you look for the playlist, I think the playlist is called Creative and Innovative Hour. Is that the way? We have a playlist like that? Okay. So you will see all the people who have been coming on the program. And you might also want to talk to any one of them too.
Okay. So that is what I'm saying. The issue. One other thing I want to also talk about is the issue of the political and the religious cabals. The political cabals are more dangerous than the religious cabals because they are capable of killing people.
Yes.
You know. So the project you are going to do in Nigeria, you have to also understand that these people will do everything to kill you physically.
Yes.
That is what you need to know also, because they don't want change. And there is also this group of people who think that they are born to rule in Nigeria, that they don't care about technology, they don't care about education, they don't care about the well-being of Nigeria. All they care about is to be in power. So you have to understand that we have to deal with these people. They are the most dangerous. The religious cabals can submit at a point.
Okay.
But the political cabals have capacity to murder people without regret. That is why you see in Kaduna, in Kano, in the northern Nigeria, and in other places in Nigeria, Benue, you are seeing they are killing people, and even the international community, nobody is talking about it.
Yeah.
Whereas only a few people were shot in a country near, I will not call the name to, in order not to create tension.
Yeah.
A few people were shot in a worship place, and then it has been all over the news. But a lot of Christians are being killed all over, and nobody is talking about it. So we need to understand that what is going on is that there are people that want to kill. They are hungry to kill people. So what I'm trying to say is that in as much as you are going there, those are the things you need to consider. The religious cabal, they can do anything for power.
Beautiful.
You are going to develop Nigeria, but they might think you are coming to take political power from them.
Yeah.
That is the issue. So there's one other thing also before I will give I will leave the platform for other people to talk, is that I will also suggest that you go into Nigeria with more of the agenda to innovate, to establish business, to build companies, because one of the major challenges that we are facing in Africa, especially in Nigeria, is extreme poverty. People don't know where and how to start something. There are people that don't have the opportunity to make 10, 20, 50, 30,000 every month. You can see minimum wage that the federal government is going back and forth with just to pay Nigerians common 30,000 naira. That is not up to $100. Is a big deal in Nigeria, whereas it's one of the biggest oil producing countries in the world. So that is to tell you that they don't have value for human life, and our people need to survive. So if there is money and there is plan, let us open businesses, companies in Nigeria, and employ people and begin from there. When we begin to influence the people's life positively, they will not be able to, if we come up to say, okay, we want this position or that position in government, they will be able to vote us properly. Because what is going on in Nigeria now is not a proper voting system. There is a lot of fraud, violence, and a lot of rigging going on, both on both sides, on the both parties. So if you want to go straight into politics now, they might get you mixed up into that mess. And they will try to scandalize you, drag you to court. And by the time you begin to go to court every day here and there, you find out that you will not be able to execute your agenda because there is so much distraction. So this is just these are just the few things that I wanted to contribute today. Maybe some other time I will talk more. I know that some other people might want to contribute.
Jonas, brilliant, great ideas. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Now, Emmanuel, you are saying something. You said God gave you another agenda as well. Emmanuel.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes, I hear you now.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. This other idea is, it's like a media in the atmosphere. We have a computer room.
It's like a what?
Yeah, in maybe on Earth. It's like a media that will be done in the atmosphere, in the
Media?
sky. So it's like adverts. As we want to do an advert on a TV, this
Okay.
time it will no longer be done in it. It will be done in the sky. So around 7 p.m. in the night or 8 p.m., you people will be seeing their adverts in the sky.
Yes.
You
We,
so
as,
it's an idea God
and
just
it will be lightning, right?
yeah, it will be like the program will be done here on Earth. Then they will send it to the TV in the sky, and it's just like all this big digital billboard that is mounted on Earth. Now it's not going. We are not going to use. We are not going to build it from the Earth level. Now we are going to shoot it in form of a rocket. It's going to be in form of a satellite. It will carry a very large screen in the atmosphere or in the sky. So if someone wants to maybe send a message now like Jesus is coming soon. Maybe someone wants to send a message like Jesus is coming soon. Through the use of that
Hold your
advert.
yeah. Take care of your earphone because it's making noise. Okay, it's good now.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone wants to do maybe an advert, like I can't see, like maybe Jesus is coming soon. So instead of it to be done on TV on Earth TV, it can be done in the Sky TV. So people will be seeing everything that's in the sky, just like the way they are watching TV. That's how they'll be seeing it in the sky.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. Wonderful idea. Wonderful idea. Well, I would like us to also show Emmanuel's information. Emmanuel, make sure that that's your thing. Okay, Namaya. I think someone is trying to call him or something.
Yes. Hi, DSA. This is Bishop Akintola here.
Oh, Bishop Akin. It's been a long time.
Good evening. Good evening. It's been a long while.
Yeah, we just need you to speak louder, sir.
Yeah, it's been a long while, and I've been following some of the broadcasts.
Okay.
I just want to chip in something I think very, very important, and I think it should be one of the essential steps that needs to be taken now in order to help this guy.
Okay.
And that is, first thing to do is to help this guy patent all of his ideas.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the first step. These are great ideas, but there are a lot of wolves out there who are ready to hijack this great idea from this young man. If he's not to be discouraged, he doesn't have the finances or the resources, or sometimes how to get about doing these things. I think one of the greatest help that you could render to this guy is to, first of all, patent all of his ideas.
Okay.
And then whilst he develops more ideas and so on and so forth, but the ones he's got now, he should be helped to patent this idea worldwide, so that he has the patent of this idea everywhere in the world today, so that no one can hijack this idea. And because they have money, they have the resources to develop it, they will just go ahead and produce this product, his innovation en masse. And so he loses out at the end of the day.
Wow.
I think one of the the first thing that should be given to this guy is to help him patent all of his ideas.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And then once that is done, no one can come and hijack it and so on and so forth. Then we have the opportunity now and the time to develop these ideas, create whatever infrastructure or organization that would be necessary to start generating and producing this product and the power he's planning to generate. I mean, from what he said, these this power from thunder and lightning is second to none in the whole wide world as we speak.
Yeah.
So you got to understand that it's not something people will just sit down and allow this guy to run with this idea. God gave him the idea. I think he should reap the benefit of it. I think also it confirms the assignment that God gave you to turn Nigeria around, to take the prominent position in the plan of God for this planet and for this our time. I think it's such a time like this connection that you're having with him is divine.
Yeah.
So that would be what I would suggest. You see how you can help this guy patent all of his ideas, not just the thunder thing, but every of the ideas. Was listening to the power generating clock he was talking about. It seems he has a lot of ideas, a lot of inventions and innovation that hardly no one has heard about.
Yeah.
And it's a step in the right direction if he gets some kind of encouragement, some kind of help. I think patenting all these ideas would be the first help he needs right now.
Beautiful, sir. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you so very much. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
okay.
We are going to do that for Emmanuel for sure. That's
yeah.
It's later she's one. No problem. So meanwhile, I also want to use this opportunity to encourage everybody that is watching to go and join the mentorship program that I run for free on the net. Is on sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. You can go and join that for free. Our next History Makers is coming up in April from the 8th to the 12th. You can also go and register for that by going to sundayadelajablog.com/hmt or writing to hmt@godembassy.org. If you want to join us to Nigeria, you can also go to register by going to sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria. This book, The Creative and Innovative Power of a Genius, you can join. You can get it on Amazon, or you can actually read it for free on Kindle Unlimited, or buy it on Amazon or on Okada Books. Then the latest book I just released is about processes. The reason Emmanuel and people like him have been able to have results and produce results is because they understand processes. So I want to encourage all of you, and this is our problem, the problem with our country. Our people don't understand processes. Now, somebody wrote a letter to me and said that, no, in the banks and in the companies, in the corporate world in Nigeria, people understand processes. Oh, yeah, the corporate world is the international standard, definitely. But we are talking about Nigeria as per average person, as per normal people. So that's where the problem is. We need everybody to understand the importance of process. So you can get that book, and I hope it will be a blessing to all of you. Emmanuel, before we go, is there anything you would still like to say before we leave today that you would like to tell people who are watching us?
Yes, I would like to tell Nigerians and Africans, the world at large, that those that are watching, that they should not give up on their dreams. They should continue, that no matter what, one day they will shine and the world will celebrate them. Because winners don't quit, and quitters don't win. So they should not give up on their dream. They should be encouraged. They should continue to encourage themselves until they hit it at the end.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. I'm sure many people will be contacting you now, and stay in touch with me as well. And congratulations, because this is the beginning of a new dawn for you, for your calling, and for your inventions in Jesus' name. So thank you so much. Blessings.